everybody! Welcome back to the Wolf HunterZ channel, y'all. Woo! My name is Jon of the Wolf HunterZ, and next to me, the reason we're all here, the beautiful
Dolly, hey!
And we are here to react to some music for you. If you look beneath this video, you'll see some links in the description box.
Go check them out!
You can even request your own reaction video.
What?
That's a pretty fun thing to do. I highly recommend it. Today's request is brought to us by a very amazing individual who's been taking us on a Rob Crow journey. It is Jon! And Jon, this is the conclusion of that journey. An interview with Rob Crow. Let's read the email. It says, "This marks the end of our journey with Rob Crow. There are other bands that I haven't sent in and invite the viewers to discover for themselves, if they so choose. This is an interview with Joe Strummer from Modest Mouse. Jon and Dolly, I would love to hear your final thoughts on this journey. Thanks, guys, and catch you on the flip side." All right,
Ooh.
Joe from Modest Mouse talking with Rob Crow.
Nice.
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be good, man. Before we get into this one, we need your help, everybody. If you guys love Rob Crow, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and definitely, most assuredly, go ahead and, comment below, yo! Let's go.
Hi, Rob.
Hi, Joe. How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Thanks for letting me change the time of this interview. I had to go to the doctor and get my knee looked at.
I could use all the time I can get, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you in San Diego?
I am in San Diego, in Lemon Grove, California.
Lemon Grove?
Yeah.
Is that in San Diego County, but not in the city of San Diego?
It is, depending on the time of day, 15 minutes to an hour to get to the Casbah from here.
Okay.
15
That's
to
a
an
perfect
hour?
reference.
Uh-huh.
I haven't been there because you've never invited me to your house.
Every time you stop by on the road, you're too busy hanging out with all your other friends.
It's true.
Uh-huh.
Very, 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 very true. So you say
Instantly
you need
just
all the time you can
jabbing at
get.
each other.
What's happening down there?
Oh, just the usual 5 kids in a house that is not nearly big enough for
5
7 people.
kids? Ooh.
And currently 8 cats, 20 some chickens, and
What?
Oh, my God.
I didn't know,
Really?
dude.
yeah, man.
Oh, my God. 5 little stinkers?
Yeah, man.
Do you ever use any terms like that maybe your parents or your grandparents or your uncles or aunts used?
I use ding dong for pretty much anything. So everybody's a ding dong, whether they're good or bad or cutting me off on the road or whatever.
What's the age range for these little people?
4-year-old twins to a 16-year-old boy and a 13-year-old and a 10-year-old.
All right,
Whoa.
man. That sounds fun. I really want to come over now. I want to see it.
It's fun
I
to
wanna
see, but being in
20 chickens, 8 cats, and 5 kids, and 2 adults interact.
me too, but everybody's usually in their room.
Yeah. So how's it feeling down there in the San Diego area, vaccination-wise, infection-wise, pandemic-wise? What's the temperature?
It's better than normal. I think it's better than a lot of places, but still, I'm always masking up. I pulled the kids out of school, and they're doing virtual academy because I just did not feel secure with the attitudes of the schools right now with it. But
Yeah.
with the new mandates coming in, and the 5 to 12s starting pretty much today, vaccine-wise, I feel pretty confident in letting them go back after the Christmas break. And by the time the 4-year-olds are old enough to go to kindergarten, they'll be vaccinated as well. So it's a lot easier on the mind.
Man, that news of 5 and up getting vaxxed was cause for celebration up here in Seattle last night in my neighborhood.
Yeah, I've been tracking that thing like every day.
I wonder if we're seeing a light at the end of another tunnel.
Well, who knows? I mean, hopefully this conversation will be so redundant in as short a time as possible.
That's a great way to put it. What'd you do in the last 2 years besides write a record?
I did like an acoustic covers record in the studio before I saw anybody. I mean, it was like a year before I saw Another Human at least. You know, it was a long time before I even went to the store, and even then I was like hazmated up. Yeah, pretty much that. Just taking care of everybody, making sure everybody's good.
Did you pick up any bad habits, or did you pick up any good habits?
I have no vices, and
Whoa.
it is bumming me out. I like, need a vice. I need something to blow off steam, but I don't got nothing.
How about Halloween candy?
I can't.
No?
Candy is the last thing about Halloween that I ever think of.
What's the first thing you think about when you think Halloween?
Trees losing their dead leaves at dusk, and the smell of stuff coming in.
Maybe fireplaces burning?
What?
Yeah, it's not cold enough for that out here, really.
Oh, that's right.
But I'm from New Jersey, so that's where all the best Halloweens are. You know, that area. They do autumn right up in that piece.
All the best Halloweens are up there in New Jersey.
Right. Well, you got some Pine Barrens, and you got some Jersey Devil, and you got all that stuff.
What's a Jersey Devil?
Oh, Mrs. Leeds' 13th Child? Oh, it's good stuff. Mrs. Leeds was this lady out in the Pine Barren woods, and she was heard to say, "If I have another child, it shall be a devil." And guess what? on the night of the child's birth, it grew wings and flew out of Mrs. Leeds, and depending on what version of the story you hear, you know, slaughtered everybody, and throughout, you know, the time has been seen by the drunkards of the Pine Barrens. The Pineys sometimes see him as a sort of like a horse with wings, or, you know, and there was even a person that, you know, made one out of animal parts and like a Barnum type of thing and had it around for a while. But
What?
Jeez. This is a rich New Jersey education we're getting here.
my grandmother swore that she took me to, like, this is where the Leeds house is, but over here 3 houses down, that's where everybody thinks it is. I'm like, all right.
Did you
She's an expert.
spend any of your young teenage life in New Jersey, or have you been on the West Coast? Oh, so my next question is, East Coast hardcore, was that part of your life, or were you too young?
Because I would go back and forth, you know.
Oh, okay.
So I never really got to see many shows out there. Because I didn't, you know, even drive until, you know, 5 years ago, and and I didn't have any friends to drive out there, or, you know, because I'm in the middle of nowhere, let alone anybody that was into cool stuff. But let's see, what shows did I see out there? I saw 7 Seconds and Circle Jerks at City Gardens. But as far as West Coast hardcore in general, what do I think of it? I mean, East Coast hardcore. But I love real hardcore in general.
Yeah.
I even love the arguments over what's real hardcore. I eat that shit with a spoon.
Are you familiar with Unity?
The band, I'm sure I am, and just have forgotten by this point, because a lot of it ran together. Unity, Brotherhood, things of this nature.
I thought of Unity this morning because the back of Unity's record, Blood Days, is a picture of them standing there, and they have all their things. They have kind of their instruments littered around, they've got posters on the wall, and they've got their action sports, surfboards and skateboards and stuff laying around. The room I'm sitting in right now has 2 guitars and 2 snowboards leaning up against each other against a couch, and it reminded me of that record.
Nice. Are they one of those tanned hardcore bands with the, you know, no shirts and their parents' expensive gear? Chain of
I
strength?
don't know. I'm not sure. Orange County.
Shots fired,
Yeah,
dude.
I
Your
like them.
parents' gear.
What's new in your life?
New. I got there's a new band I'm in called Plosives with John Reese and Adam Willard and this guy Jordan. And we finished the record doing all this, and we play our first show on Friday and our second show on Saturday. Then we have a day off for my son's birthday, and then we fly to Winnipeg to record more records.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So you guys are going to go to Winnipeg and make a plosives
Working
record?
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, one or two. I don't know.
Wow. Well, I like Winnipeg, and it's going to be nice. This
Really?
time
What
of
is
year.
there to do up there?
Nothing. It's like desolate.
Well, that's what I'm looking forward to, but it's going to be below freezing.
I take that back. There's probably plenty to do up there, but the 2 times I've been there, it seemed desolate. But I like that quality. So you're playing a show. Where are these shows on the West Coast?
Alex is in Long Beach and the Courtyard in San Diego. I've never been there, but it's an all-ages show, so that's cool. My
That's great.
kids can go be embarrassed for their father.
Have you played any shows, any version of shows in the last year?
Plosives did a drumless short set for Matt Hoyt's Memorial. That's it.
No streaming for you?
Oh, God, no. That's like the biggest bummer. I don't ever want to be reminded of this after it's done. I want to make stuff that, is a real thing that you can...
Do you have any tours planned for next year?
There are plans, but I don't know how concrete they are. I have dates, and I'm excited about them. The only thing that weirds me out about tour is with so many children, I've never missed a birthday yet. But
Wow.
I'm constantly afraid that I'm going to, and I can't because it just psychically would render me useless.
I'm 7 for 7. I have not missed one either. I don't think I've missed any holidays, including Halloween.
There was one Halloween I was going to be out of town, and so it's also close to my son's birthday, and I just got a nanny and took him along, and
Nice.
So we had Halloween in Boston, and that was really nice.
How old was he?
He was like 7, maybe.
That sounds fun. I want
Yeah.
to take my 7-year-old to Boston right now. It'd be fun.
Back in the days when we could have a bus and whatnot, I would take my kids as much as possible and then encourage other bandmates to bring their kids along as well, because there's no reason family and music and the love of all these things should be mutually exclusive.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's tough logistically sometimes, but I love it when the partners and children are around. And it happens more and more as I get older.
The more perspective you can give a child about the world, the better,
Yeah.
Like, see, the Flying J in this city is... You want to avoid that guy?
I mean, that's a class in its own, Flying J. Or truck stops, I guess. It couldn't be Flying J. That's like a master's program, Flying J versus pilot.
I like when they're right across the street and you could A-B them.
I want to play a plosives tune.
Okay.
How about if I play Hit the Brakes?
I don't want to discourage you from it.
Have you considered calling it Hit the Bricks ever?
No.
Nah, I wouldn't either. All right, here we go.
Very fast. Impressive. I like this. Ellie in there.
It's a powerful number right there.
Thank you.
I listened to it 6 times this morning.
Whoa.
When did you make this record?
Well, here's the thing. When you're working with Jon, there's like a mythos about most of the things he does where you're not sure if he's making up half the stuff he's saying, but you don't care because it's just so interesting.
Gotcha.
So, but I'll tell you my version of it. I obviously always wanted to work with Jon. I was honored with the chance to sing the backups on Luau on the Drive Like Jehu record.
Mm-hmm.
And a chance came for us to play together for a benefit. And I was like, oh, let's do something easy where we, here's a list of easy hardcore covers, you know. And he's like, that's cool and all, but I'd rather write some new stuff. I was like, okay. And, and so like we waited till like 2 weeks before the show, and I tried not to, but I did write a bunch of stuff and said, can you use any of this? And we started working on that stuff, and then since then been bringing stuff to the table, and it's really fun, and it's really all I feel like working on anymore.
I can't wait to hear the rest of the tunes. How many are recorded?
Let's see. The album has 10 songs.
Oh, great.
And
Is this going to be put out by Island
Swami.
Records? Or Swami?
Swami
I don't know. I'd look into Islands if I were you guys.
Island. Is that even a thing anymore? Let's see. They have Anthrax, and what else?
Anthrax.
Did you guys record this yourselves, or did you go into a studio?
We recorded some of it at Singing Serpent, some of it in Jon's place, some of it in my place, like some backing vocals and stuff at a different, because the whole thing was we were trying to be as safe as possible. We didn't want to be around other people. The main studio where we were working had breakouts in between us being there, so we're like, let's not go back there.
Jeez.
So I like did all of my vocals at my house and helped record some of Jon's stuff over at his place, and did Jordan's backup stuff in another joint, so we could all, you know, we're all scared shitless.
Yeah.
So everybody's masked up all the time unless they're in front of a microphone that's been swabbed, and everybody's being super careful. And so far, you know, so far so good. I don't want to be a tail.
You've been listening to any new music or music that you can't stop listening to?
Some of the things that I can't stop listening to are ridiculous to me. Like, I listen to the Alice Cooper Love It to Death record far more than I should.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why am I listening to this? I don't know. What else am I going to listen to when I have to run errands, you know? I listen to a lot of Cardiacs. I listen to a lot of The Accused.
I bought a hamburger from the singer of The Accused a week ago.
Blaine. I listen to The Accused and Crash Worship more than, like, probably any other person.
So what are you looking forward to in the next year or so?
No explanation on the
playing
hamburger story?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I mean, I look forward to vaccinating all the children, being able to walk around, being able to take my kids to a park, you know, them seeing other children, not just at the doctor's office. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's my number one thing, my kid getting vaxxed, which hopefully will be within the next week.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, well, it was good talking to you.
Yeah, great talking to you.
Travel safe. Have a great couple of shows. Have a great birthday party.
You be great. Much love to you and your family.
Likewise. I hope to see you in the next year. I can't wait to see Plosives. Take it easy. I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Much love.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Nice. That was awesome, man. I like
So
how
candid.
they're just talking like
Yeah.
friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, there wasn't any big agenda, although he did get in some good questions about plosives and played the song, so there was definitely structure to it, but it felt very friendly, you know?
Yeah. 2 buds.
Yeah, absolutely. And the music, whoa, that might be the hypest Rob Crow music I've ever heard. Very energetic, and his vocals even were high energy Whereas usually he's kind of like really laid back and kind of just like
Yeah.
speaking, singing gently. But on this one, he had some energy going.
Yes.
They had some yell vocals like, "Rah, do, 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 rah," you know, so it's like kind of punk feeling. That's really cool. So, final thoughts on this series with Rob Crow. I would say my biggest takeaway is that Rob Crow proves that you can be successful and do what you love and not care about the industry formulas. I would say that's my biggest takeaway, is that he's like authentic to himself. He does what he wants. His album art is ridiculous sometimes. It's like a hand drawing, you know,
Yeah.
on a napkin, and that's his album cover. And it's like, dude, he's successful. Like, he has done this thing, and he did it his own way. Very,
Right.
very inspirational. I would say his sense of humor, his childlikeness, all these things really rubbed off on me and made me feel like, whoa, maybe you are allowed to be yourself, even in the music industry.
Yeah.
Maybe it's possible. So that's a huge takeaway for me. What are your thoughts?
I agree. I just love his versatility and his like quirkiness. I feel like
Yeah.
that makes him even more like relatable, but also like, you're right, he made it and you can be you.
I love it. He's very quirky. Amazing. Jon, you're also quirky in all the right ways. We love you, man. Thank you so much for this series. This has been awesome. You're great. Everybody else, thank you for hanging out with us. If you enjoyed this reaction, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you again very soon.
We love you!
Bye!
I just wanna pay my bills.